If you're moving to Portugal for 300 days of sunshine, you might want to rethink your packing list. Hi everyone, my name is Anna, and after almost 4 years living in Central East Portugal, I need to tell you the honest truth about the weather here. No postcards, just reality. Portugal doesn't have one climate. It has few. The weather in Lisbon and especially the Algarve is great. Mild winters, warm but manageable summers, pretty balanced year-round. If you're moving to the coast or far south, you will get most of what the brochures promise. But once you go inland, especially here in Central East, the extreme hit hard. Winters are wet, windy and cold. Summers are super hot and bone dry. And both can be challenging if you are not prepared. Winters here are proper wet and cold. Temperatures regularly drop below zero at night. We've had -5 degrees Celsius. Rain can last for weeks. Wind gusts strong enough to break branches, mud everywhere. This year we've already had 3 named storms in a row: Christine, Leonardo and Martha. People in my village say it was never like this before. So unpredictable, so intense. And what people really don't expect, how cold it gets inside. Traditional Portuguese houses, especially in rural areas, often lack central heating and insulation. There are days in December, January and February where it actually feels colder inside the house than it does outside. And then summer flips everything. People move here expecting hot but pleasant weather. But in our area, summer means no rain for 3 months straight. Often not a single drop of rain. Wikipedia still shows July averages from 1982-2000, mean daily maximum 33.7 degrees Celsius. Sounds okay, right? Last summer, most days were 38 degrees. Quite a few over 40 degrees, almost none below 36 degrees. Weeks of that. The land turns yellow. Everything dries out. Ponds drop low. It's beautiful in its own way, but intense. You need shade, water planning, and a lot of patience. And summer also brings wildfires. Every year, especially in dry inland areas like ours, we have fires, sometimes close, sometimes far, but the smoke travels. The air quality gets poor for days or even weeks. You can smell it, see the haze, ashes in the air, and it makes breathing harder, especially for kids or anyone with lung issues. That's another thing people don't expect when they think sunny Portugal. The shift between seasons is so quick here. Autumn and spring feel almost non-existent. 1 week is freezing and wet. The next week, suddenly 30 degrees and dry. There is no slow transition. You have to adapt fast. And growing vegetables? It's actually really hard in this climate. Summers are too hot and dry. Winters too wet and cold. We struggle every year. I will make a full video about that soon, what we try, what fails, and what actually works. So here's the bottom line for anyone thinking of moving here. Portugal weather is stunning, but challenging, especially inland. The averages you see online or in Wikipedia don't tell the full story. They hide how extreme it can get. Expect the unexpected. If you're moving to the coast or Algarve, it's much easier. But if you are going rural or inland like us, prepare for both ends, soaking wet winters and scorching dry summers. You will have to adapt. Rain gears, summer protection, water storage, flexible plans. But once you do, there's a kind of raw beauty in it. The land goes from green and full to golden and quiet, and then back again. It keeps you humble. That's the real weather story here in Central East Portugal. Not always easy, but never boring. If you are planning a move, tell me in the comments. North, south, inland or coast? Where are you thinking? I'd love to hear. Thank you for watching and stay warm or cold wherever are you right now. See you in the next one.